a lot of architects, I've said this before, a lot of architects in this town, did anybody ever come forward and make any suggestions about what it might cost? I know one of the options was to look at what Arc Images provided for us, and they said about $7 million, I think for a renovation of about 30,000 square feet, something rough like that. Kind of a, back of the palm kind of calculation. But did we ever get anyone to come to us? I mean, our community is just full of experts. Anybody ever come to us? Mr. Walker.
Madam Mayor, for the Councilmember Carr, no one has approached me directly on this bill.
Okay. So, Mr. Walker, I'd like to perhaps jog your memory. Do you remember meeting with Andy Trivers of Trivers Architect sometime in late 2013 or 2014?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and can you give me a brief idea of what that meeting was about?
I don't recall the substance of the meeting, Councilmember Carr. I meet with several people every day.
Okay. And so it appears that Mr. Trivers asked you if he could, for free, propose a design for the police station. Did he ever submit that to you, Mr. Walker?
I do not recall.
Okay. So, it just so happens that I have here the plans. Now, Trivers Architecture worked on City Hall. And they also are one of the national premier architectural firms that deal with historical renovation and retrofitting. And he did this for free. And so apparently, he proposed a renovation using the national police standards. So it's not a off the back of his estimate. These are pretty darn good drawings. And the square footage, as I've compared them to Chiavini, the square footage is a total of 46,971 square feet, almost identical to what we would create if we built a new police station. This was for free, a darn good start. And I'm assuming, Mr. Walker, that you do not remember the rest of the conversation? Mr. Walker.
As I indicated to Councilmember Carr, I meet with several people every day. I don't remember the substance of the discussion.
Okay. I don't feel like we're finished yet. I feel like the options are still out there. We have one from Arc Images. We hired, after getting this free one from Andy Trivers, we spent $250,000 to hire somebody, and it almost makes me feel that we didn't get the answer from Andy Trivers that we wanted, so we went out to get somebody else to give us another answer.
It just continues to befuddle me that no matter how many meetings a person has in a day, but you're talking about a $9 million police renovation versus $25 million of your taxes, that you can't recall a meeting. It parallels the savings that we heard about on outsourcing. Because when we had the first conversation with Channel 4 president, it was $1 million. And then when we had it without Channel 4, there was no $1 million. And then it was a speech off the record. And so at the end of the day, to my colleagues, at some point in time, we have to hold ourselves accountable for the dissemination of information or the lack thereof from this administration. You are asking the people of this city for up to $25 million. Yet, you have one of the most respected architecture firms in St. Louis who's worked for the city previously, who even came with a funding mechanism. And we don't hear about it. And our most important employee cannot recall the meeting. At some point in time, I will come back again. This has to do with the integrity and the veracity of the information that we are receiving. And that part stops here.